What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Sweat It Out podcast. Today we have an amazing individual. This man, this guy is fire. This guy, he is the man who lives the vegan life. He is a tremendous person, entrepreneur. He is a public speaker. He is the CEO of Vegan Smart. Guys, please help me welcome the one and only, because there is the one and only, John Lewis, aka Badass Vegan. What's up, my brother?
Damn, bro. Is there anything you don't do?
Woo!
Can you do
Hey,
can you do
what?
backflips too?
Hey man, it's been a long time. I could probably get one out if I need to. But like, nah, it's funny, man. My mom always says, people always like, well, what does your son do? And she's like, what doesn't he do? Like, she can't explain it. She's
That's
like, I don't
gotta
even know what to tell them.
That's gotta be the best explanation for a mom to give someone, though. You know, she gotta be so proud saying all that shit.
Oh man, she is, man. Like, it's so interesting how like she's always bragging on me. I remember it was probably 10 years ago. I want to say 10 years. No, maybe longer than that. It was probably 12 years ago when I was doing the whole P90X thing, and they were using me for the ads. And so they had me in Maxim and Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue at the same time. And so my mom literally went to the store just to buy those two magazines. Now, mind you, this is like, my mom was like 70 something at the time. So she said she was checking out, and the little young guy was looking at her like, why are you buying these magazines? Like, it's Maxim and Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And she was like, fuck you, my son's in here.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, I'm telling you, moms are so hardcore.
Oh,
man,
dude,
so good.
hardcore, man. So people ask where I get it from. I'm like, man, it's honest. I get it right there. That
that's
is it.
great.
When I'm laughing because when my men's health feature came out,
I bought like 5 copies. I was
dude,
so happy. I was
my
like,
mom
let's
went to
go.
Publix, and she was like, I was running through everybody. Some lady was grabbing a men's health magazine. I literally was just stuck my hand in there and grabbed like 8 of them at the same time. And people were looking at me like, oh my God. And this lady was just like, you must
Who
be-
gets that
you must
excited
be
for men's
desperate
health
to-
mag?
to-
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, you must be desperate to read those magazines. The lady told, she's like, my son's in it. I need to get a whole bunch because they're gonna run out.
I think my mom's still like pulling out old fucking like football clips from high school.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
look at, don't you
dude.
remember when they did? I'm like, Jesus, man, that was fucking 12 years ago. Like,
As much as my mom is a pack rat, sometimes I can't even get mad because she provides like even for the documentary, there was a couple pictures that I wouldn't have had if she didn't have them stored away. And I'm like, damn, you still had this pic,
Mhm.
like crazy. You know, we live in such a new age. We got everything, you know, digital. She still got straight hard copies and stuff, like crazy.
Old school. I'm telling you, man. I tell people all the time, it's like, you know how we're always like, oh no, like just get rid of it. We're never gonna use it. And then that one day you use it, you need it.
Yeah.
Shit, gotta go to mom.
Yeah,
Gotta go to
I
mom.
threw away. I was moving, and I was moving from apartment. I was just at this point. I was like, man, I'm changing my lifestyle. I'm changing my life, and I threw away like 3 photo albums. And to this day, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? like, why? Why would I do that? Like, yeah. So, yeah, mom's always got it. Like, my mom can literally tell you, like, where my original Social Security card is. She got everything. Dude.
Woo! We're gonna have to
Anything.
bring your mom on here, bro.
Yeah. And my mom's 84, dude, and the memory of, dude, she can remember, like, she's on point with everything. It's so
That's awesome.
crazy.
yeah, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, for real.
So my dude, how you been, man? I know we used to connect down here all the time, and I know you made a recent move not too long ago to North Carolina.
Yeah.
How's that been out there, dude? And obviously it shows that you're doing some amazing things. So we'd love to dive into that.
It was the move, man. Like I said, it was just a temporary move, but it was just to get the film wrapped up. But I can't lie, man. Like, the cost of living is a lot cheaper here than it is in Miami. It makes you start thinking. And, you know, I'm fortunate. I'm on like an acre of land. So the kids just have been like when the shutdown actually happened, I was like, okay. Like, I felt sorry for everybody else. I did. But at the same time, I was like, this is really my time to grind in. I'm like, because I knew for a fact it was going to be so many people that were going to come out of this on the wrong end, and not because of finances, not because of job. I just knew that a lot of people mentally weren't going to be able to handle what was coming
Truth.
at them with
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
True.
You know,
Yep.
it's hard for a lot of people, and I found this out over the years. It's hard for a lot of people to be in their own thoughts. Like they're scared to be around themselves and in their own thoughts. Like for me, I was like, and I'm fortunate I got my family with me, but I had, you know, people used to laugh at me because I go to the gym every day, but I have this crazy stash of workout equipment that I was just waiting for a rainy day to break out. And it was like, let's go. Kettlebells,
Boom.
dumbbells, pull-up bar, everything was coming out the woodwork when it was time. So, you know, it's been an interesting move, and it helped me really, really. I finished the film. I was able to like edit and do everything because I wasn't able to travel and do interviews like I was doing. But it gave us time to really, really dive into the editing and back part of it. And I think also with everything that was going on, whether it's the social justice and the pandemic, I don't think we would have got as much like hype for our film if this would have happened, if we would have released it 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Because we've been working on it for 4 years.
Wow.
And I'm glad we didn't rush it. You know, I hate that everything had to fucking happen the way it did, but it did shine a light on what we were doing. So that helped out. And I've been, besides that, I signed a book deal. I'm working on the book now.
Congrats.
I'm working on a new online and app like workout platform to go
Okay.
along with it. I just had a sort of talk with the shoe company. I'm not gonna burn it up right now because they'll hear this and be like, oh, you're talking like.
How do you
Just had a
find
conversation.
how do you find so much time in your day
I knew he
to
was gonna
get
say
all
that.
this done, man? You know, like I'm always trying to like find every extra second, or you know, any little
I
wiggle
just
room
enjoy
I
the
have.
moment, man. Like I think that's it. I just really enjoy the moment. I don't ever. And we know each other how long now? Probably 8 years, close to it.
Like seven. I'll
7
say like
years.
7
Have
years.
you ever seen me like pissed in
Oh,
7 years? So I'm the same way every
this
day,
guy
man.
happy go
Like
lucky, man.
every day,
Positive
like
energy.
yeah. So like for me, like I don't ever feel like I'm running out of time. I don't ever feel like there's not enough time. I always feel like I'm gonna do this no matter what. If it's gonna take me 8 years to do it, cool. Let's get started today then. Let's not push it off. If it's gonna take 8 years, we gotta start now.
Yeah,
So I think that's been a good thing for me.
yeah. There's something about those immediate action takers, right? That innately they just find a way to get things done day in and day out, right? It's like that initial start, I think, and we talk about this all the time, you know, while we're sitting here in the office, like too many people are hesitant because of the what ifs, right? Or the unknown that comes from, especially big projects like what you've been working on with the film, right?
Mhm.
You know, it's like, there's a lot to be left out there, you know, for you to think about as you go through that process. And I would really like to dive into like how that process was for you creatively. But it is always interesting, man, you know, to really see like what's holding, or what like false ideas hold people back from really accomplishing what they want to accomplish in life.
Yeah, I would say one thing, and I talk to myself a lot. I admit to it. I have deep, long conversations with myself, and I believe everybody should, though. I think, and I also believe that the conversations have to be two things. They have to be real. You know what I'm saying? You have to be real with yourself, but you also have to be your biggest promoter. Like, all right, this shit's gonna be hard, but guess what? You can fucking do it. Like that same conversation is right there. And I think I was looking back on my life and I was like, man, I've always believed in me. I don't care if I was at my lowest. When I lived in my car,
Love it.
I was like, cool, this is just a
Wait,
stepping
you lived in your,
stone.
wait, you got to dive into that. You
Yeah,
lived in your car.
yeah,
When did you live in
yeah.
your car, man?
This was a brief moment in '06. I want to say '06. I was in grad school. Shit was a little tough. It was about 30 days. You know, I had to make some money and do what I had to do. And I kept my gym membership because I knew that way I had a place to shower. You know, I always tell people, hey, the gym is a savior for more than one reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and the thing was, nobody ever knew because I showed up every day like, what's up? Got class, got to go to work. I was
Still
doing
made
an
it happen.
internship at the Miami Dolphins, dude, and I was getting
Wow.
$5 an hour. And it was costing me more to drive there than the money I was getting.
Back then, gas
But
was mad
Woo.
expensive.
it was mad expensive,
Yeah,
man. Like,
I
I don't know
remember
what
that.
was
yeah.
going on in '04 to '07. Like, it was crazy. Or '08, really. And I was still driving down there. I showed up every day happy. Like, yo, Miami Dolphins. I didn't know I was going to have my
Yeah,
own
yeah.
company later on. So I was like, yo, on the resume, this is going to look dope. I worked in
Mhm.
marketing for the Miami Dolphins. That's all I cared about. And I showed up every day happy, and I did it every day. But yeah, so that I lived in the car for a little while.
Wow, man.
I like my whole backstory, man. Like I grew up in Ferguson, Missouri, where Mike Brown was killed. I was 315 pounds as a freshman in high school. I was a fucking butcher at one point in my life. Like,
315.
Big boy.
yeah. And I was only like, I'm 6'6" now, but I was only like 5'8" at the
Oh,
time.
really?
So it was, yeah. I mean, I was taller than the other kids, really, but it still was like weighing on me. Like, I think that's where a lot of my knee problems came from. I've had surgery on both knees, so like, I think that's where it came from, was that extra weight on those young, dense
100%.
knees. They weren't ready for that impact. Cause I played hard still then. And it was just like my body was not ready for that. Yeah, like I said, I've done it all, man. I've done it all.
So brother, I gotta ask you, man, because I know how you mentioned, even at the lowest of your lowest, being in the car for 30 days, you still are, you're still believing in yourself. You're a believer. And it's
Yeah.
funny because I tell people I'm the same way. Like I'm rocking a bracelet right now. It's one of these, I forget the names, but it's those bracelets that have, you could put your word that describes you. Mine says believer. It says believer because I am a believer, and I tell this guy all the time, I believe in anything I want to do. And
He's a
Got
fucking
to.
bro. He's
I
a
have-
fucking savage,
I have
man.
the
Like,
wildest shit. I'm like,
I
I'm gonna make
know.
this
I
happen.
know he is. I
I'm
know
like,
he
bro,
is.
he's like a fucking racehorse. It's just like blinders on, one goal, nothing else matters. I'm like, how
That's
do you?
it. That's how you gotta be.
Right.
You have
That's
to.
how you gotta be. And the thing is, it doesn't mean, like, because you're focused on your goals doesn't mean you don't see what else is going on.
100%.
You just don't let it stop you.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like, if
Yep.
I need to stop and help a friend and help a family member and do it, I'm gonna do that. But I'm not gonna detriment what I'm working on either. Like, if I gotta go do this, if it's a workout, I'm not missing a day of working out. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Like, we're gonna reschedule my day around this, but I'm gonna get that workout in. I'm gonna eat what I need to eat for my goals. Like, I'm gonna work on that business plan. Like, and to be honest too, with everything I've done, I've been in business for 10 years. I've never had a business plan for everybody out there, because everybody's like, well, I need to write a business plan. I'm like, for what? Like,
Yeah.
just start doing it.
Yeah.
Just get your ass out there and start. And I also thought a business plan would hold me back. Like, I didn't want to have a guideline to where if something else came in my path, I was stuck to this plan and I couldn't do it. I wanted to be diverse. I wanted to pull that Bruce Lee, be like water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that,
So
though.
let me
Yeah.
ask you, because I know that everybody out there doesn't have the same believer mentality across the boards, and everybody's different, and everybody has their own uniqueness to it. So for
Yeah.
those out there who might struggle with that, who might struggle with believing in themselves, even at the lowest point in their life, throughout, highs and lows, what is your biggest recommendation, or what is your biggest advice you can give to those individuals out there who can use a little bit of that push and extra belief in themselves to be able to start doing the things they want to do?
I think the last part that you said was integral in that, is because it's got to be belief in self. Like, nobody else. There's so many qualities that start within that externally don't matter. Like, we always look for love, but love comes from within. People can enhance the love you have within yourself, but nobody can give you love. Like, that's what people. I don't care if it's your kid, your parent, your spouse, your friend, whoever it is. They can't give you love. They can only enhance the love you already have inside of yourself. So whether it's believing in yourself, if somebody believes in you, think about this. Somebody can believe in somebody all day, but if that person don't believe in themselves, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
They won't go
Mhm.
anywhere. A parent, whoever. And it's the same thing with all different attributes of life. So I believe everything begins within. And you got to be okay with the struggle of believing in yourself. Because it's not like, all right, I'm going to start believing in myself today and everything's just going to go fucking great. Like, no, you gotta, because I believe. It's like, no. You can believe all you want, and there's still gonna be failures, but you gotta turn those failures into lessons instead of losses.
Love that.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay. But it all starts within. It all starts within. And if you're okay with that journey, you're gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm. What now? Because I completely agree with you, man. I've at least found, especially with my clients that I work with, it's like they always, the last option that they go to is always like to look internally, right?
Yeah.
Why, from your own experience, why do you think that is? Why do people not turn to themselves first to seek, intrinsic validation and intrinsic motivation before seeking external validation and external motivation?
Consumerism. We've been taught to depend on everything else, from this shampoo will make your hair better, this fucking food will make you a goddamn god. Like, what is so many things that we've been taught that is external is what's going to make you better. From the clothes you wear, to the car you drive, to the house you have, to the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some billionaire brain friends that are out there, but I also got some thugs I hang with too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is important, and I think that everybody has a great feature to them. The problem is consumerism has made people think that inside you can't do it yourself, because you can't make money off of telling somebody, hey, you already possess all the shit you're trying to buy.
Yeah.
There's no money in that. There's
Right.
no money in that whatsoever. So that's why when people are always like, well, what do you get out of, like, doing this film, to tell people to start, taking their health into their own hands? I'm like, I get the fact that I know I just liberated mentally all these people that have been stuck in this, this matrix of buy. This is going to make it better if you buy. And we're even to the point where people really think like, well, I could probably get that person to like me more if I buy them this.
Right.
That's how much it's going.
If
like,
I get that $300 t-shirt, maybe, people in the club will think that I'm
oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I
love $300 t-shirts. I love, anyone out there listening, you want to buy me a $300 t-shirt?
I'm always bugging. I'm like, bro, is this $100 and something t-shirt?
I love $300 t-shirts too on other people, because I'm not doing it. Like,
I get them in the off season, in the change between winter and the spring sale. That's usually what I scoop up. The 90% sale. That's my favorite.
So you mentioned your film, and you mentioned about the health and liberating people, within that, I don't know how deep you can go into the film, and I know obviously that's something you've worked on, but what can you give us today? What kind of information can you give us or expect us to see in the film or take away?
I would say, it's for anybody that saw What the Health. This is the official follow-up film to What the Health. My co-director made What the Health. So it's right along the same lines of basically just giving people knowledge about what's going on within our food system. But this one is based a little bit more based off of social justice and food justice through the lens of hip hop. So we interviewed everybody from Stick from Dead Prez, Maya, Neo, Chris Paul, who's one of our executive producers, Billie Eilish, who's one of our executive producers. Man, we did over 135 interviews, so it's a lot of people. Yeah. So
and what's that process like of, like, how do you interview people about, food scarcity and food insecurity? And that's always interested me. I have my master's in health promotion, like corporate health promotion.
Okay.
So,
the biggest thing, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The biggest thing I would say is just like knowing the person's background first, and in that way not putting them in the thing was, we didn't want to make anybody look bad within the movie. And was knowing their background to know what they could talk about within the film, so that it didn't seem like it was just, oh, they're just plugging their name. And no, these are people that talk about this daily. If you go to their Instagram feed right now, these same people that I mentioned and the other 135 all talk about this subject matter. Like, we got doctors, we got politicians, we got scientists, we got it all in there, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to make sure, the biggest thing I wanted to make sure within the film is that we were fact-based, science-based, history-based. Like, everything in there, somebody can get mad at it, but they can't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's always bothered me when we talk about all of the, especially now with how everything's going on with COVID, right? And the African American community in particular has been really affected by COVID, right?
Yeah.
Mainly, and in my opinion, right, because of the things that have been going on for years with the status of health and food in particular, right, in underprivileged communities, you know, and there's no talk about that in the mainstream media. Zero. It's all about, you know, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, that's your choice. I'm not, you know, we don't necessarily have to get into that, but there is zero talk about real, true preventative measures, right?
Yeah.
Exercising, you know, where people are even able to exercise, right? Whether there's parks available or other resources, and in the food insecurity, right? Like knowledge about food, access to food. There's zero talk about that. And I kind of want to get your take on that. Like, you know, what were you able to find about like really how the food insecurity is affecting these underprivileged communities, and what are some things that are happening right now that are there or being put in place to help improve those things, if there are any?
And then I wanted to just add on to that. I'm sorry, just to add on to it, as well as, you know, clearly as we've seen with all the stuff Josh mentioned, you know, I think it goes to say, like, you look at either party, you know, left, right, whatever you call it, like, you've barely see any push on any end talking about this, you know, from regardless of any party. So I know you mentioned you interviewed some politicians and stuff like that. So I was just curious if you saw from that standpoint what they were really saying, or maybe reasons why they don't really share that kind of information out there. Just curious as well.
Well, you know, it's funny. I got a good friend. His name is Gray. He's a rapper, and he's a vegan, but he's dope. Like, vegan or not, he's dope. If you ever remember, there was the Thanksgiving vegan rap that happened a while ago. Like that was him. That's him. So he had a verse, and it said, right wing, left wing, same bird, same thing. Like it was like,
wow,
you think about it,
impactful.
Like, exactly. And it was just like, you start looking at it and it's like, yeah, like I it's funny. And just to piggyback off that is how funny people don't even realize how they can be racist without knowing it. Cause you know my page, I get a lot of controversy on my page. And like, I'll have people on there like, well, you know, you're stupid for being Democrat and this and that. You should vote for Trump. And I'm like, that's racist in itself to just say that because I'm black, I'm Democrat. Like, I'm not either. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't even see it.
Yep.
Like, I just want someone to help.
Yeah.
I just want somebody that gives a fuck about everything that's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't asking for a saint because I know that ain't gonna happen. But
not in politics.
It's not shit. I'm not a saint, so I'm not asking for a saint. Like, I know better. Like, you know, so it's like, but at the same time, you got to get people that actually give a fuck, man. Like, and don't give a fuck about how many dollars you got in your bank account. Because this is what I tell people, like, you know, and I hate saying names. So the person that's in office right now that all these people are so gung-ho about, I'm like, dude, like, he only care about that 1%. I'm going to be honest with you. If you think that he cares about the person that's middle class and under, shit, even above middle class, just try to walk up to him and shake his hand. You're going to get sniped before you even walk up to him. Like, it's for real. So that's why I look at people. And as far as like, we got to talk to Eric Adams, who is the Brooklyn Bureau president, and he was just outright straight up with it. He was like, dude, he's like, the government is feeding the crisis. It's like, we're feeding the crisis. We gotta step in and we gotta change this. But you're not gonna find many politicians that talk like that. You know, he talked about the school system and how we're poisoning our kids through our school system. We send them to school to protect them, but then they're getting poisoned, and then they come back and they're eating, you know, all this junk. And then as parents, you know, all parents don't know. It's not like they're being evil, that they want to harm them, but that's what they've been taught growing up. Like, my mom was taught the same way.
Same
you
here.
know, so yeah,
I grew up on boxed macaroni and cheese and Campbell's soup, man.
I
Exactly.
remember the hot lunches at school. That's what
Oh
they
yeah,
call hot lunch.
pizza. Those like faux mashed potatoes they used to give you, like the ones out of the box.
That rectangle pizza.
Terrible.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
who.
Chicken
Yeah.
tenders, breaded chicken tenders,
Hot
man.
dogs, hamburgers, fries.
And that was like the only time I ever really got to eat. I was like, damn, for like $1.50, I could get all this food. Fuck, give me 4 of them.
Exactly.
I
And I don't even know what it
for the
is
day.
now.
And then your
Oh, I know.
your salad bar was a few little pieces of lettuce.
Bro, you had a salad bar? You must have gone to a rich school.
With a ton of Parmesan with a ton of Parmesan cheese and loaded ranch on it,
Yeah.
which is terrible.
We did have a salad bar too.
Oh,
I
we
ain't
didn't
gonna
have
lie.
shit
had-
like that. We had
We had
ice
a
cream
salad
bar. We didn't have no
too.
goddamn
We had a
salad bar. Yeah,
We did. And, I mean, the salad bar wasn't packed, but we had one. We actually had one. And I wouldn't even call it a salad bar.
100%. 100%. My friend's mom used to work like the cash register at the lunch line, so we used to be like, yo, like we got a double lunch, but you charge us for a single. Like we need
Yeah. Well, I honestly, because my mom, she did make a decent amount, but she was a single mom and everything, so every penny was like scratched. So in essence, I should have been on like free lunch, but because of her income, she couldn't get it. But she had 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? And she wasn't married. So it was like, wait a minute, like she got 4 kids, but I'm not on free lunch. So somehow, you know, that I ended up on free lunch because the lunch ladies knew my situation. But I knew I had to go to certain ones in order to get that. Like I couldn't go to every one. Like the ones that knew who my mom was, they were like, all right, you come through our line. And I paid 15 cents for that extra government cheese on my fries. You know what I'm saying? The worst shit in the world.
I had the same thing with this one lunch lady. Her name was Olgita. I'll never forget. She used to always sneak me. We were able to get like one of different, like one meal, one snack, one drink. She would always sneak me. She's like, because I was always like helping her, like, hey, do you mean to help you clean this and that? She'd always be like, look, mira in Spanish, like, mira, coge, otra pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm she's another pizza, and they're hiding
No,
under the
damn,
other
bro.
one.
No.
And she's like, open your book bag. She'll throw Oreos in there. Dude,
No wonder why
she's
you
like,
can
I know
put
you-
down so much food now, man. I like every time I eat with this dude, I'm like, bro, I'm not paying for this, right? Because I'm gonna have to take out a loan.
Oh man, he had to get it in. But okay,
always.
so wait a minute. Back
I always
to your
gotta take my
question,
digs
too.
at him, you know.
Back to your question too. It was
About food
ask me again,
scarcity.
I'm sorry.
Food scarcity,
food
food
scarcity.
understanding, you know, real
I
just
think
overall.
I think that the system is moving, it's progressing, but it's still so slow. And that's why I'm big on empowering the people to understand that the change comes from them instead of waiting on a government that for so many years doesn't even believe that they're at fault. So you got to wait on them to actually understand that they have to change. But until then, we can't wait for them to change. So now that's where the empowerment comes from the people to make better choices and education, because people like, it's always about education. It's like, yes, but you have to be willing to educate yourself too, and not just keep doing the same thing over and over. So from what I've seen, there are programs that are helping, there are programs that are coming, but we all know how government is, man. It takes forever. Like we're just getting to start where it's illegal to not hire somebody for having dreadlocks or for having braids in their hair. Like I just saw that today, where a county just outlawed where you can't be discriminated against because of your hair, because of your natural hair. Like,
I've never even heard of that.
Unreal.
yeah, oh yeah, dude. Like it's crazy. There was a situation where it was a guy, he was a wrestler. This was like 2 years ago, a high school guy. He had dreadlocks, and like this official made him cut his dreads, and there's video of it. Like made him cut his dreads before the match. Oh, and you can see the guy crying.
Yeah,
like
I've seen that before.
Yeah, because you know how long it takes to grow hair. Like
you
know what I'm saying? So to tell somebody to cut their dreads, and that's a part of people's identity. It's bigger than just, oh, they just want to be a rebel. It's like, no, that's identity. You know what I'm saying? Your hair is a big part of who you are.
So you know, my beard off.
I tried. I tried. It didn't work. I was like, bro, we got to go get some headshots. You trim that down. I came back. It was like like an eighth of an inch. It was like you just like, all right, we're good.
That's me, bro.
All right, we're
good.
Just
hey, man, progress over perfection. You gotta give them time.
Yeah. I'll
But
just
yeah,
I'll just get Jenny to do it. She'll do it while you're
she'll
sleeping.
definitely do it. She'll do it.
Yeah. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck.
She's already like, babe, when are you gonna go cut your hair? Have you set up that appointment? Like, you know, I think I want you to change your look up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, we'll change it soon. Yeah.
I saw this pic of him. I saw this pic of him doing like a talk at FIU. Oh, I don't know. What was that? Like maybe over a year ago. And I was like, damn, dude, like the beard is thin. Like you got the hair up in a bun. I was like, I kind of like that look though.
Movements. Sometimes I'm like, I got the wild look, and then I'm like, oh, I'll hit you with the.
He looked like he was about to be in GQ.
Well, it's like when we did that funny video we did with Lindsay. Remember we did the yeah. He came in like Rico Suave. We did this skit in the club. It was hilarious. Like it was a long time ago. He came in Rico Suave on us. We was like, okay.
I mean, I've yet to find a man with as much confidence as this guy. You know?
Oh, dude.
I'm like, give me some confidence.
All over. But that's where it's got to be though, man. Like it's confidence over cockiness. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still one of the realest people out there, and that's what you need. Like I tell everybody all the time, like it's okay to be confident in yourself. It's okay to love yourself, and that's what we talked about earlier. Like there's an industry of making people feel like shit, so we depend on outside sources to validate our worth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to like, no. We're worth something. We're worth infinity, no matter what our bank account says, no matter what our crowd surrounding is or our car looks like.
That's right.
We got to get back to that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to keep kind of going down this trend with the film, right? So
yeah,
with the documentary. What gave you the inspiration to, you know, start heading down this path of, you know, coming up with the new documentary?
And I know we keep mentioning film, but I'm just curious. I don't know if you can, but what's the name?
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh man,
secret.
That's if you can say it.
Yeah. So the name of the film is They're Trying to Kill Us. That's the name of the film. So I didn't hold any punches.
That's
straight for the.
That got me hooked already. I'm like, all right, who and what are trying to kill us?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And
I gotta get my AR real quick. I gotta protect myself.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that are like, oh, they're not trying to kill us. The government would never do that. It's like, look, you gotta understand.
Put cereal on the bread on the pyramid.
Exactly. Put it this way, like the people that are the powers that be right now, they didn't start this movement. They didn't make it to where these foods were legal and these chemicals were legal and all this stuff. And, you know, they didn't make it to where the pharmaceutical industry was making $1.3 trillion a year. They didn't do all that, but these same people aren't fucking changing it either. Like they didn't start it, but they're not like, you know what, we got to go in and let's make less money and like, let's change things up. And I tell people this way, we all know one person, and I'm not knocking pharmaceutical reps at all, because I got some friends out there, but let's be honest. If the pharmaceutical industry is a $1.3 trillion industry, we all know that all medication is not needed. There's some medication we gotta have, don't get me wrong, but all that shit, high cholesterol medication, and for the most part, if you stop fucking ingesting high cholesterol laden foods, guess what? Right. You don't need that. Right. So if 10% of these people that are basically funding this kind of phenomena of a $1.3 trillion industry, if 10% of those people got healthy and changed their lifestyle, the whole industry would implode, because 10% of 1.3 trillion is $130 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. 10% of the people got better.
You can give me a slice of that. You can give me a slice of that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and I try to be the best person I can, but if I had $1.3 trillion invested in some shit, I might reconsider too. Mm-hmm. You know, so, and if you look at the pharmaceutical reps on that level, they go out every day to these doctors' offices promoting these medications to the doctors, and they're only going back home to like $100,000 or $200,000. Yep. They don't want to change their lifestyle either. So imagine the higher up it goes, the more they don't want this to change.
Yep.
So and I think also too, you're seeing across the board.
It's caused a level of just also to like pure comfortability in everybody too. You know, it's just like, oh, just pop the pill and that's it. You know, like take it. You know, I don't have to put in the work and I don't have to do this. I don't have to go out there and actually work for my results. And as you've seen going back in history, man, like it's just. with the food itself, like, okay, there's more people. How do we make more food to last longer and make it more accessible? Okay, and now it's, oh, so it's cheaper. So now people can buy more because it's cheaper, and then you're seeing the fast food chains and, of course, the medication. So it's just like, it's like junk, band-aid yourself when you have something happen to you. Here's a little band-aid, take these pills, done. There's no like actual, like, let's fix this, let's make you healthier, like, let's put in the work to actually become a better, healthier person.
Even when you hear people like Kanye was just on Joe Rogan, right, and it's talking about some of his medication, and he said, like, oh, well, the doctor wanted him to take this I think it was like anxiety medication or something, like, but it's gonna, you're gonna gain weight. He's like, well, is there a fucking option for me not to have to gain weight? And they're like, well, you could take this one and you won't gain weight. He's like, well, why aren't you offering me that to begin? Like, why would you give me a pill when you know there's an alternative, even if it's another medication? Like, why, if there's
or
a better,
like weed,
if there's a better alternative, which I'm very pro marijuana. I mean, Mendez will tell you, but if there's a better option, why aren't we having this conversation at least, right? Like, especially in America, right, which is where we are, like, the whole premise of our country is individual responsibility and individual decision, right? Like, having ownership over your life. But if you're not even giving me the options, like, you don't even want to talk, you here, take the blue pill, take the red pill, like, like, what? Like, so you know that there's something out there because you're a doctor, and yet you're still deciding to give me something that's going to be more detrimental to my health than another alternative, right? Even holistic things like meditation, like marijuana, like, even psychedelics, like, which those are, still illegal unless you live in Colorado. Shout out Denver. But, like, there's
little frog action.
I know,
little toad action.
Like that toad. But like, there's so much out there for people to actually use that's going to better their lives, and yet we're taking these quick fixes, like Anthony said, or these band-aids that don't do anything but kind of mute the problem, doesn't remove the problem, as you were saying, like eating better foods. Like, sure, maybe taking this cholesterol medication might help regulate my cholesterol, or I could just go fix my fucking cholesterol.
Yep.
Right?
Because we have to understand that the human body is the first machine ever put together. Like, we forget that. It's the first machine ever put on the fucking earth. Now, with that being said, everything that we use today is to help the human body not to have to work anymore, which is actually a detriment to us now. Like, 100%. Think about this. The TV was so we could communicate, through theater, whatever. Now you don't have to go to Brooklyn only to go to the theater, or this and that, whatever. And then the remote was so we could have to sit on our ass and not have to go to the TV. And think about this. This is how crazy it is. We will search for 15 minutes for a remote and walk right past the fucking TV with the button sitting right on it.
So guilty. I'm guilty.
But do it. Like, the TV's right there, and you're like, man, where is that remote?
I'm like pulling my bed off of the wall. I'm like, where the fuck? Looking underneath.
And so what we've done is we have basically unevolved ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we forgot that evolution didn't stop as soon as the cars were invented. Like, we're supposed to continue to keep evolving, but we've done so much to ourselves. And that's why I believe that physical fitness is more important today than it was 200 years ago.
Oh, 100%.
Because we have so many distractions that throughout the day, if you needed to get to the store, you walk to the fucking store. Yep. I don't care if it was 2 blocks away. You just walk. Now somebody will Uber 2 blocks to get to the store.
I get pissed off when I have to go down the elevator to pick up my Uber.
Exactly.
I'm like, what do you mean I have to leave my apartment to go pick up my delivery? Like, you bring it up to me.
I'm the same way. Yeah. But it's funny, if you get me in the gym, I'll go for 8 hours straight. It's something psychological for me when I get in that gym. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you tell me to walk down the block, though, I'm like, oh, dude, yes. Like, real block. But if I had to go running, I'll go running. But if you want me to just walk, I'm like, oh, dude, like, this is horrible. But needless to say, that I think that's where we are right now, is that our bodies are meant to be in motion. Like, there was a study that showed how 10,000 steps. Have you ever heard about the 10,000 step rule? Where basically, if you only take 2,000 steps per day, your mortality rate is up to 75%. If you only take 2,000 steps per day.
Which is
If
nothing.
you
It's like
increase,
walking down the stairs.
yeah, yeah. If you increase your steps from 2,000 to 6,000, you drop your mortality rate from 75% all the way to 25%. If you increase it all the way to 10,000 steps, you drop your mortality rate all the way down to 6%. Just by 10,000 steps. And the good thing is it doesn't matter the intensity of the steps. It doesn't matter if you run, walk, jog, crawl, whatever. As long as you get those 10,000 steps in, because our bodies are actually outstanding in the fact that just to move your toe, there's a chemical reaction that goes to your whole body just for that to happen. Mm-hmm. For you to take that step, there's so many things that have to come into play. So our body needs all that motion to keep going. But we've been, hey man, look at that chair over there. Look at this couch. Look at this. Think about it. We lay down in a bed, hopefully. We wake up, we sit down to eat breakfast if we get a chance to. We sit in the car to get to work. We get to work, we sit in an office. At lunch, we sit again. We get back up, get back in the office, drive back home.
For the podcast.
We're sitting for the podcast.
Since we started this podcast, my hips, bro.
Yeah, like, so we forget that we have joints for a reason. We are animals. Let's not forget that. We are fucking animals. People try to.
We're fucking savage animals. We're the most savage. Everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe like you know, like how could you like, I mean, I'll explain to them like, oh, you like polar bears? Like, have you ever fucking seen a polar bear in the wild? Those things are so violent. And they're like, well, we're not like that. I'm like, are you fucking? I had one guy hit me up in my DMs today and go, you know, I think that we're more savage now today than we've ever been. Back 10,000 years ago, we were peaceful. I'm like,
no.
What fucking history have you been learning? Yeah. Like, we were peaceful 10,000 years ago. We were in tribes murdering each other for stepping on our land. Like,
how do you think America got here? Like, you thought that shit was like, you really believe that story about the whole like coming over in the boat and like,
just shaking hands? Yeah.
What are you guys doing over here? What's in that pipe? Oh, that's crazy. You know what? Show us your ways.
Give us all this land and we'll give you some fucking beads.
If not,
there you go.
If not, you know, but
right. And if not, we'll just murder your whole family. Oh, and we'll rape them too. Like, this is something we do. Like, no, like we are. Like, what the thing that's interesting about that, what I always say is that when people come to me about veganism, they're like, we're the top of the food chain. We're the apex predator. I'm like, no, we're not. Like, we're savages, but we're not.
Well, we might have been, but you're not. Like, you're an accountant. Like, you don't know how to hunt. Like, you know, but nothing wrong with being an accountant, but.
Yeah, you know? But this is how I get them. I'm like, look, our brains are more developed, but we're not natural fucking predators. Like, if you think about it, none of us can go up to a cow and bite it on the ass cheek and rip the meat off it. Like, it's not, we're not predators. We're not. We just over time are like, well, shit, you know, during the ice age, when nothing else was growing out of the land, we're like, well, we got to eat something. And that's over there moving. So let's start find a way to kill that and use it. Yeah, but we're not natural predators.
The fur, the fat, all of that.
These claws are not. These are not.
I don't know. Some of the women here in Miami, man, I might think otherwise. You know, they got those fucking like 12-inch long nails.
Oh man, yeah. I'm like, dude, we're not natural predators. It's not. It's okay. We're like, well, we got the brains to develop guns. I'm like, again, unless you shit out a gun or you throw up one, it's not natural. It's not
how fucking awesome would that be? I would love that. That'd be so great. 9.
But how long would that take you? You be killed by the time you're out. Like,
that's it. That'd be the worst heartburn. So, you know, what made you individually decide, you know, to take the route of going vegan and promote, you know, being vegan and the vegan lifestyle? Like, what was the eye-opening experience? You know, because I mean, neither of us are vegan, you know, and I don't have anything, like, if you want to be vegan, you know, by all means. I think everyone needs to do what they feel is, you know, physiologically best and morally best for their lifestyle, right? So for you personally, like, what made you decide that was the route that you wanted to take with your nutrition?
Well, the first thing was my mom was diagnosed with colon cancer, and I recall like talking to the doc. Well, I'll take it back because I know you all can relate to this. Like, my mom is like, we talk about her being a savage, but she's also like one of the happiest people I know. And I remember I was in my last week of grad school at Nova, and my brother calls me like 5 times. I'm like, dude, like, why are you calling? You know I'm in class. So, but I knew something was up. In order for my brother to call me 5 times like that, something's going on. So I go back. I'm like, excuse me, professor, I need to take this. I go out, I'm like, hey, bro, what's going on? He's like, yeah, I'm here with your mom. Something's up. We don't know what's going on. She can't keep any food down. So I'm like, man, really? Okay. And I talked to my mom, like, hey, mom, how you feeling? And my mom, like I said, is always the happy-go-lucky person. She's like, I feel like shit, son. And for me, now mind you, I'm all the way down in Miami. This is all the way back in St. Louis. So that just hit me like a ton of bricks. And that's your mom. That's your mom. So I'm like, okay, damn. So I'm like, let me get back. You know, I can't do anything but just support. Talking to the doctors, I'm like, well, how did this happen? They're like, too much animal protein, fried fatty foods. And I'm like, wait, this is not hereditary? He's like, no, this is a lifestyle choice. And I mean, that shit just hit me. Now, I didn't go vegan immediately, but I started doing more research. And the more research I saw was that, you know, it wasn't just cancers. It was like these heart disease, the high cholesterol, the hypertension, the type 2 diabetes, and all this stuff was related to this animal protein. I'm like, wait a minute. So if I can change, then shit, I'm doing it now. Because I'm a big believer in learning from my mistakes, but I'm a bigger believer from learning from everybody else's mistakes. If Anthony try to run through that wall behind him and he don't make it through, I'm not gonna be like, no, let me show you how to get through that wall. Like, no, I learned from him. I don't have to do that. So I'm gonna go another route. And so that's how it started. And then, like I talked about, I did P90X back in the day, and I'm a harsh critic on myself. Like, even though I know I'm in great shape right now, I'm just a hard critic on myself. Like, I'll see one little part of me and like, ooh, that looks horrible. You got to do this again.
That
like,
third head of my tricep, I just don't think it's...
I think that comes from being, you know, obese at a certain point in my life. It always sticks with me. So when I had a friend, he was like, man, you should submit your photos to P90X. I know the owner. And I'm like, nah, let's not do that. Nah, I don't think I should. So he secretly sent my pictures without me knowing.
Oh, shoot.
And I get an email from P90X.
That's the best friend you've ever had, by the way.
Yeah. It was kind of cool. And they're like, please tell me you have more photos. I'm like, yeah, I do. So they started using me in the ads and everything. And then when people found out I was vegan, that's when I started noticing that people like, wait, so you're vegan and you can be in shape? And I'm like, yeah. But in all honesty, I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought anybody could do it, which is still a fact today. Anybody. Whoa, good hands. I just kicked the tricep there. Hold on. That's what happens when you got everything rigged up. So after the P90X thing, and everybody was like, you know, teach me your ways in a matter of speaking, that's when I kind of started looking at forming a company, because I was doing so much work answering questions and helping people out and writing programs and all this stuff. I was like, wait a minute, I need to be getting paid for this. Like, I was doing it out of the kindness of my heart at first. I was like, I'm I can make some money and help people and not be a douche while doing it. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. And then that's when I started the company Badass Vegan. And I started that in 2010. So it's been 10 years now. And it's been great, man. I've had so many ventures and so many things that have just been perfect.
So I want to bring up one of your ventures. I know we haven't mentioned it, but I know I experienced it. I tasted it. How about those Badass Vegan cookies?
Yeah, I don't have those anymore. I'm in the process of releasing a Badass brownie, which is gonna be, man.
We're talking about those good brownies, or are we talking about?
I wish.
I
wish.
At first, you had my interest. Now you have my curiosity.
I can't do that yet, because until the gates are open on all 50 states. Because the thing is, you can buy those in the certain areas that sell it,
For sure.
but you can't. Well, you can buy it there and take it with you. I found that out.
Oh,
So
really?
you can buy things with THC in it. Like if you go to a store and buy like gummies or buy like tinctures or whatever, you can bring it back to Miami with you, but you have to buy it in one of those states.
Okay.
So that's why
Business
all
wise,
states
it's like,
find.
Yeah, I know in LA
Yeah,
you can fly with like an ounce of weed now. It's like, fuck, I
yeah,
need
yeah, yeah.
to
But
come
I'm
to LA.
fortunate because like I just rack up on all the vegan gummies and the breath mints. I everything I can, and I don't use it. This is what I tell people, because I travel so much, and I've been kind of kicking back into it since everything's kind of slowing down. I used to average 100,000 sky miles a year
oof.
easily. Like I was going. And that's why Equinox didn't work out
Yeah, you can't
because
be
I
you can't
remember.
be
I
you can't be
remember.
traveling that much and be trying to train people.
yeah,
Not for them.
and
Not for them.
and I guess going into that story, since we were gonna go there anyway, Abeku was the one that came to me and was like, "Hey, bro," he's like, "Look, just come here for a minute. You can promote, your stuff, because this is high end clientele, and then make you a couple money." And he was like, "Look, after I get the bonus, I'll just split it with you." I was like, "Okay." So that's the reason. So me and Abeku, which is fucked up what he did in that
Yeah,
whole
we had
situation.
Arlen on a little while ago, and
Yeah,
he briefly touched upon it, but man, it's crazy.
it's crazy because the craziest part about that incident on my behalf, for me, because it's crazy for the families that were really impacted by that, but like he hadn't seen my daughter yet, and I was surprising him that day. I was coming up to Equinox,
Remember you told me this.
That day.
You told me this. I
that
remember
day,
you told
that
me.
Wow.
fucking day, and
Wow.
she fell asleep. So we were like, well, let's just wait then. Let's wait till she gets done, and we'll go up there then after
Thank
that. I'm
God
like,
you
okay,
waited.
cool. I know, man. And then, so as we roll up there, we see all this police like barricades. And I had a friend that did text me. He's like, "Hey, man, I heard there was a shooting at Equinox. I want to make sure you're okay." I was like, "Man, I haven't worked there in like years." And he was like, "Nah, no." He said, "Just something just made me reach out," which is funny because I was like, "Man, that's funny," because I was actually going to go up there today and see my boy. And so when I get there, we get up there. They closed the whole mall down that day. And so we were like, let's go to. We went to the oh my goodness, what's the raw food like food
one-
market down in the Gables?
I'm never in the Gables. You're talking
Not in the
about
Gables, in the Grove. In the Grove.
You mean the farmers market?
Yeah, it's right in the Grove.
not
Can't think of
Ray,
the name.
not Ray Allen's spot. Not that one.
No,
That's South
no.
Miami. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
of
right
course
in
I
the
know what you're
Grove.
talking
Of course you
about,
know
though. I
about
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, anyway, so we just went down there and we started, and it was funny because that was like the topic of everybody at that market. Like, yo, did you hear about that shooting? I'm like, yeah, I used to work there. Like,
we should probably preface it for the people listening. By the way, guys, anyone who's listening or watching on YouTube, our friend Abeku who passed, had some mental issues going on, and unfortunately did some atrocious things to some of the people in the gym, killed a couple of people, then went into the locker room and
locker room,
and took his own life. A very traumatic experience for
yeah
all of us who were part of that Equinox family, before and at the time.
Yeah, and so the crazy part was I was texting Abeku the whole day.
Bro, he was in my apartment with Arlen New Year's Day. Like, they were out, and me and my friends from Syracuse who were down here were out, and then we were all going to go to like 11 or Space, I don't know, like 8, 9 in the morning.
Right.
Why don't you guys come over? We'll keep the party going, and then we'll go from there. And three months later, man, it's like,
and then with me, I remember it was I left Equinox like a week before the new year, and this happened in April, I believe. So I had been out of Equinox for maybe like 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
And he spoke to me a month. So he spoke to me a month before that happened, because I had been out. And he's like, "Hey, bro, how you been, dude? How's everything with the clients? Like, are you doing well independently? I'm thinking about leaving. I think I might leave Equinox. Like, I'm actually might consider getting in my signing for my boards for being a lawyer." He was reconsidering to go back to UM and all this stuff. And he's like, "Yo, so you think I'll do well if I like take my class. I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, you crush at Equinox, so you'll take.
He was the highest paid trainer in the country.
I was
Bro,
like,
I
why are you even asking me?
I
that, bro?
remember,
was like, dude,
I remember the first time I talked to him about like finances and everything that, you know, the amount of money you could make at Equinox. I'm like, you're cranking out session. How much you can pay? He's like, dude, I don't even know when we get paid, let alone how much I'm getting paid. I'm like, you're making that much?
No,
you know?
he was
like,
no, people don't realize
grinding,
that. He was literally the highest paid trainer in Equinox. Like the year that we were all there, he was the highest paid trainer in the country.
Number one.
Like he was bringing in, like it was crazy. But
yeah, I mean, just because
regardless of all that, it was still fucked up what he did though. That was my boy, but I still don't condone what he did. I would never.
Well, it just goes to show you, you know, like with
you never know what's going on in somebody's head.
You never know. You never know.
But like I said, I'm texting him the whole day, and I'm like, man, he's not answering me, and it still never crossed my mind that he was involved in what happened. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting at the crib, and I go ahead and I finally like Google the actual event, and when I Google it, I scroll down, and I see his name. I'm like, oh shit, they must have interviewed him. Right? Like, oh, they must have interviewed him about what happened. And then I started looking and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I went into an immediate anger. Like I was mad. Like it was selfish, I have to admit, but it was mad at him because I was like, what if I would have showed up with my daughter and I would have caught him coming out the car with the gun? He might have been so enraged to the point he wouldn't even cared. Or I think also I had that relationship with him. I felt a little guilt because I think he would have saw me and been like, oh shit, I'm tripping. Like I need to, it might have prolonged it to a day, or it might have never happened. But I also think back like that, like, damn, man, like, what if I would have got there and he would have saw me and he would have stopped?
Yeah.
So it was so many things that went through my head, man. But that's where I think like mental health, man, is not
huge,
not thought about enough. And then this is where we touch base in the film as well, is that for some reason we forget that mental health is a part of your whole body. Like it's like
it's tied to your nutrition, right? Like what you put into your body turns into a chemical reaction that goes and causes more chemical reactions in your brain.
Think about this. We know everything that we eat affects our organs, right? From every large organ, and we forget that the brain is a fucking organ.
Well, or somehow, even that a lot of the information that your brain processes comes from the bacteria in your gut.
Yep.
Right? The brain gut access.
Yeah.
Gut health.
Yeah. I got a visitor. You say hi real fast, and then you gotta go.
Hi.
Oh, she's a cutie.
Say hi.
How's it going?
Hi.
I like your braids.
Dile hola. Dile hola, tío
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
How are you?
Bien.
Bien.
Dile adios.
Adios. See you later.
Oh.
So cute.
Wait, if I'm doing anything visual, she's always like trying to get it.
My little one, I'll be doing client meetings and I just hear the door go boom, and I'm like, uh-oh, and she'll just and then she'll
if you listen to our first 24 episodes, they're only audio, and you can hear Stella in the background like
Yeah.
I was like, yo, just go get her. She can come on the pod.
And then
she's all about to shine.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there looking at my client. She's so small too that sometimes my client doesn't even know she's there, and she's just taking shit out of my room, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna find that later. I'm like, oh geez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, her little brother, if he would have came in here, I gotta keep eyes on him at all times, dude. Like, I had a pair of earbuds, my favorite ones. I couldn't find it. I knew he had something to do with it. I couldn't find them for like a good 4 weeks, and I'm like, dude, I can't do this. But I go on my jogs, I go on my walks. Like, I need my headset. I'm one of those people. I'm very audio.
You gotta stay plugged.
I got to. So I went ahead and ordered another pair. The day they got here in the mail, out of nowhere, he goes, hey, Poppy, and gives me the old pair. I'm like,
wow.
The day, like it was like he just knew, like, yeah, it's time for me to stop playing. Here
time for me to ruin my dad's day.
I was like, dude, really? the day I get them, I
Oh,
don't even like.
man.
I
It's not
was
like you can
like,
even
man.
return them.
I was like, I guess I got 2 pair now. Like,
now
this
he's
is
like, all right,
crazy.
Poppy, I keep 1 pair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Well,
he's
you
only
got 2 now, so I guess I'm on the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
How has how have your kids, if you don't mind sharing, like how have they embraced the vegan diet, the vegan lifestyle?
They don't know any better. They just it's
They're like,
been
whatever,
since birth,
food,
so
I'm fucking gonna
Whatever
eat
God
it.
Yeah.
gives me, I'm gonna eat.
like it's funny. I don't really mention vegan around them. They just don't.
They just think it's food.
eat
Yeah.
vegan.
Right.
So like the other day, I was making my daughter. I was making both of them milkshakes, but I was using like plant-based milk, whatever. And as I'm doing it, she goes, "Poppy, are those vegan strawberries?" And I'm like, "Actually, all strawberries are vegan, honey. Good job, good job." Like,
I like it. I like it. That's funny.
and she's like, "Are these vegan strawberries?" I was like, "Well, they should be."
Yeah, if not,
I don't know what's wrong with this. That's
Oh,
so
wow.
cute.
So
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
no, they've been cool with it, man. They don't know any better. They, every now and then I'll say something like, "Hey, we don't eat that," or "We don't eat that," but they pretty much are just cool with it because the old saying, "You can't miss what you never had," really falls into place for them.
That's right, man. And I think it's just one of those most important things is that, at the end of the day, like with everything we're talking about, it's about that. It's about being able to educate and reinforce these, healthy values and attributes, and showing, the youth, our kids, and the community youth out there, the importance of taking care of your body, moving, eating
Yeah.
healthy, helping others, taking care of yourselves and each other, because, as you see, social media, gaming, all that stuff, kids are really ingesting that hardcore. And, there's
Yeah.
proven studies where they're saying like, you can see the way that sports has dipped, even in schools, like in elementary, middle school, and
oh, they
high
don't even have
schools.
recess.
They don't even have recess anymore. And the same.
Well, kids would rather play 2K than actually go shoot the basketball.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. And even
it's like, wait,
athletes,
so people actually shoot it? I thought they only did it like this. I didn't know that. Dang.
Wait. How do I, if I have to hit
Right.
both joysticks, like how do I do that?
Yeah. It's crazy.
and then you're saying like, even like the athlete from now, they're saying, comparing wise, like they're saying that the way that they perform and everything as an athlete, it's not even the same compared to the athletes from a few years ago, the performance level.
I mean, I have to say, like, our generations were probably the best. No. I mean, hey, listen, John, we're almost hit an hour, by the way. So
I think we hit over an hour.
A little over an hour, yeah.
We killed
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's up to y'all.
I mean,
man.
I mean, we'll definitely have you back on the podcast when
live in Miami.
Yeah, we got to do that for sure.
Hey, for sure. I secretly may be down there in about 2 weeks. We'll see.
Well,
let us know. Yeah, you better let us know.
Here.
But do you have a release date for the doc? Do you have any?
Man, I am like, I'm just sitting here waiting because submitting to Sundance, you still got to wait to get in. So I'm trying to be positive and put out in the universe like, yo, so when we get in, but they don't even announce that till the 9th of December. So I got to wait till then. And then once that happens, because of everything going on, I don't even think it's going to be an actual festival. It's probably going to be virtual. That's still not till January. So after that, and then people see it, then I'm going to put this out there too. There's going to be a bidding war for the film. I'm just putting it out there, making it. Because
you listen to Netflix? You listen to Netflix?
Apple, Netflix, Hulu, HBO,
Amazon. Come on, Bezos.
Yeah.
Who are you hoping to
Bezos
land
got a
just
couple.
Or the highest bidders?
I think he's got enough money to be able to pay for it.
I think so. So Apple invested over $100 million in their streaming program.
I did not know that. I did not know.
Yeah. So, and they just I think Billie Eilish just signed with her documentary with Apple.
Oh, wow.
So there's some stuff in there for us, but we're just waiting. So I'm saying probably around March or April.
Awesome.
Look, at this point, it's taking 4 years to get it done. I can wait another year. At this point, I'm cool.
At least you got it done. You're like, at least I got it done.
I'm done. Like, yeah, like we'll probably we'll probably do a little bit more editing as it goes along, because we're gonna have a couple private screenings going on and getting some feedback from people. And if they make sense, we'll make the changes. For right now, it is the way it is, and I'll put it this way: Chris Paul, who's an executive producer, he had to see it to sign off on it, for putting his name on it. So the Friday we had to send it into Sundance. Thursday we made sure he had a copy. Friday morning at 5 a.m, his manager texts me, and I'm like, oh shit! Like,
yeah, those 5 a.m. texts are usually never good.
I'm like, oh damn, they don't like it. Fuck. And she's like, John, this film is amazing. I'm like, oh, thank you. So we chat for a little bit longer. All good. So 10 a.m. rolls around, and Chris actually calls me, and I'm like, all right, hey, I already got a good feeling from the manager that they liked it, but you never know. So I answer the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up, Chris? He's like, what's up, Jay? He said, man, bro, this film is fucking amazing. And I'm like, whoo. I was like, all right, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate hearing that. But the thing that got me was, he goes, man, I'm sitting here with my dad, and he's watching it with me, and he's tearing up watching it. His dad is tearing up watching the film, and his dad's not vegan at all. And his dad is in the background on speakerphone, and his dad is like, thank you for making this film, John. And so that got me. You know what I'm saying? That somebody that's what I'm really targeting the film at, not vegans.
Right, yeah.
I can't
you
make
got
anybody
them. Yeah.
a better
more
vegan.
More vegan.
Yeah, you're top tier vegan now. You're tier 5.
That like, platinum vegan.
Yeah, like you get a card in the mail now.
And then the last one, you're a badass vegan.
Yeah, you're badass vegan. That's it. That's the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? But that just felt good to hear that from his dad. You know what I'm saying? So
you got me excited, man.
Yeah.
I got a good feeling, man. I got a good feeling.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can give up. I don't know if I can give up meat, but I'm.
Hey, man, I didn't think I could
vegetables
either.
For sure.
I didn't think I could either.
I mean, I got to tell you, there's a lot of good vegan restaurants around here I like to go to.
Yeah.
There, you know.
Hey, like I said, I was a butcher at one point in my life.
Yeah, what a turnaround!
I'm telling you.
Yeah, what whole 180.
Hey, who knew?
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Where can people find you online? Like, how can they contact you if they have any questions?
I'm Instagram, Twitter, under Badass Vegan. Shit, I think I even got an Etsy page out there somewhere. Hey, Etsy, you name it. I'm under Badass Vegan. Under everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, website is badassvegan.com. The film is, the website is They're Trying to Kill Us film.com. And that's about it, man. Just really keeping my head down and just continue to grind.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you before he asks the final question that he normally asks all of our guests. I just want to say thank you for coming on, man, and really sharing your personal story, sharing the story about the documentary and everything that you have going on. I definitely know the film, the documentary is going to kill it. You're going to make a huge impact.
Not if they kill us first. No,
I toss that up for you.
That's the tagline.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much for coming on here, man. Really appreciate it.
Really appreciate your time, man.
I really appreciate
always, being having connected with you since the beginning, man. It's been real.
We family, man. You know that,
man. Love seeing your growth, man. Love seeing what you're doing. Always inspirational, and man. Down here, bro, we always gotta connect when you're here back.
Yeah, you always got a home here in the studio, man. Anytime.
Yeah,
all the
sure,
time,
man.
So last question. What's the biggest piece of advice you can leave off to all our listeners today?
Man, I would have to say, this is gonna sound crazy, but fuck whoever is not on your side. Like, if they don't believe in you, fuck them. You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta keep going. I think that's the biggest thing right now, is that people are so worried about what people think about them that they're scared to go flourish and be themselves. They're like, what if nobody likes me? I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care if anybody doesn't like me for me wanting to, spread love all over the place. If somebody don't like me for that, cool. That's on them. I think that's when we got to be okay with saying fuck whoever doesn't love us. Like, it's cool. Stop battling for love. Like, we don't need to battle for love. If people love you, they're gonna love you for doing the right thing. Just keep doing the right shit, and everything will work out.
Guys, you heard it from the man himself. Appreciate you, my brother. Much love.
Thanks, John.
Definitely, bro.
Till next time, guys.